When I was in high school, my mother used to say that this guy I went out with had a passing resemblance to a famous movie star. I didn't see it, but she always said that. And the main character in the story, Marina, she only dates men that look like movie stars. A rabid fan is going to get to meet her idol, and she plots and schemes to make it the best it can be. I saw this TV show on Netflix, but I didn't recognize anybody that was in it. It was really clever, so I Googled it and found out they were all Canadians. But the most interesting part of the whole Google search was when I found out that the lead from this show has thousands and thousands of very devoted fans. And you would be amazed at the things these women say. It's almost embarrassing sometimes. So, and it was all about some guy I never heard about, you know. It was awesome. So I thought, what if one of these fans got loose and got to meet their idol? And that's what the story's about. Are you asking me if I'm a self-absorbed, manipulative, delusional psycho, or if I'm just a rabid fan? I think that sometimes fans don't really think of actors as people. They're objects. They're the sum of their looks and the characters that they portray. Marina is this way. She's obsessed with the way these actors look. She longs to possess them. Conversation isn't high on her list. Finding out who or what they really are is secondary to our physical desire. We can't really know famous people. We only know what they tell us or what leaks out about them. And you can't know if any of that's true either. Marina doesn't relate to these actors as people. She doesn't even try. She makes up in her head who they are and what they're like. That fantasy's good enough for her. It's definitely better than reality. I'm kind of the opposite. If I like an actor, I'd like to know what they're really like. It's not about being pretty, although that certainly does help. What did they bring of themselves to the role? I think that actors, that really good actors, can play good guys and bad guys actually equally well. You always want to think that somebody's good, but I always seem to like the ones that I think are bastards in real life. How much of their personality do they bring to the role? I think that the way they treat their wives and their families and the people that they work with are more important than just imprinting on the characters and the characters they play and how they look. Marina's thoughts are almost entirely on a physical level. She likes the actors she likes based on their looks alone. If their looks change, she's usually no longer interested. She has no desire to go deeper to get past the initial physical attraction. And sometimes, when you have that kind of narrow view of a person, the joke winds up being on you. That's pretty much it. That what you see isn't always what you get. The clothes don't always make the man, that kind of thing. I would have made it longer. I would have made more episodes showing how she got to be the way she is. I use the internet. I even dedicated the book to the people that run the internet, because you can find anything you want on the internet. Sometimes things you didn't want. I learned how to open a girl's flippy from a YouTube video. I learned what slash fiction is. I learned more about Canada than a little girl from Southern Ohio ever thought she was going to know. The cover is a bunch of men's faces, but without any features. The passing resemblances are in the eye of the beholder. In this part, Marina's talking about why she likes famous men that she'll never get to meet. There is never one thing undesirable about a fantasy man. In your mind, he's always on time, never says the wrong thing, doesn't have stupid, boorish friends that he constantly subjects you to. He doesn't play video games, he brings you gifts when gifts are appropriate, He always has plenty of money, and he's fantastic in bed. If this sounds crazy to you, I need to also tell you this. When I have found a new obsession, I walk around in a state of semi-arousal all day long. Just to allow the thought of the chosen one to pass through my mind will bring waves of fresh stimulation. This can go on for months. What real man can elicit that kind of state for that long? 9thstreetpress.com